Om Swastiastu. Thank you so much for the time that given to me. My name is Niluhari Artini. My student number is 20311711082. First of all, I would like to thank to my lecturer, Mr. Dr. Idewa Gedera Duyana Putra, SPD MPD, which has given me the opportunity to present my research proposal entitled An Analysis of Teachers' Proficiency on Bloom's Digital Taxonomy, a study towards senior high school English teachers in Denpasar. First of all, I would like to explain about the introduction part. The background of the study. There is a phenomenon in the student eras of 4.0. The role of technology in everyday life is something that is considered as a lifesaver for many people. Most of the people today also grow in digital era, which may become easier for people nowadays to find information. The rapid development of technology and the digitalization today have influenced many sectors, including one of them is education. Furthermore, since the COVID-19 pandemic, the educational sectors also switch out almost everything for the learning process. So technology integration is really needed in this case. From that phenomenon, the researcher had conducted the preliminary study on the 6th November 2023 at SMA N8 Denpasar, and the preliminary study was conducted through two phases, namely interview and observation. The interview was employed to the teachers by asking several questions related to the technology integration in the classroom. Meanwhile, the observation was conducted in one-time teaching to see if the teacher really used technology into the teaching and learning process. And finally, the result of the preliminary study are, the first one is the interview. From the interview result, teachers stated that technology is really helpful for them in teaching in the classroom. There are several medias that teachers use in teaching in the classroom with technology, namely YouTube videos, speaker for listening activities, and also WhatsApp group for giving several information about the class. And also the teacher stated that one of the negative factors in integrating technology in the classroom is internet connection. Meanwhile, in the observation, the researcher found that the teacher taught with using PowerPoint slide as the material deliverer. So from the preliminary study, it indicates that there is a real phenomenon of technology integration in education field. The technology integration also leads into several challenges. Several previous studies have investigated about the challenges in integrating technology. First of all is Rosalina et al. In 2022. The study stated that teachers often face a lack of supporting facilities to integrate digital tools in the classroom, which make it more hard sometimes for them to try to use technology in the classroom. The next one is Isaac et al. In 2022 found that another challenge faced by teachers is teachers also didn't show the role of creativity in the classroom. This is why the teachers feel like often not feel confidence with themselves in order to integrate technology. And next is Decoito and Estatea in 2022 found it is difficult for them to find the right method for applying technology in the classroom. They found it is difficult to find the method and also combine it with the technology in the classroom. In this case, teachers need to be more considered in teaching with technology. Those challenges found in integrating technology, it also leads the Bloom's digital taxonomy framework that teachers can use and find any digital teaching activities from the classroom. It also gained the research question in this study. The first one is, what is the proficiency level of senior high school English teachers in integrating technology into instructions based on Bloom's digital taxonomy? The second research question is, what are the factors influencing senior high school English teachers' proficiency in integrating technology into instructions based on Bloom's digital taxonomy? Meanwhile, the research objectives also gains from the research questions. The significance of the study. The first one is the theoretical significance. This study can contribute to the theoretical knowledge of English teachers in senior high schools around Denpasar. This study also gives new knowledge for teachers about how technology can be integrated into the classroom based on Bloom's digital taxonomy. Meanwhile, the practical significance, the study can contribute into the improvement of the teacher's practice in teaching, curriculum development, as well as the expansions of teachers' professions. Next is about the scope and limitations of the study. The scope of the study focusing on English teachers and prospective teachers, especially in senior high school English teachers. While the limitation of the study is limited only to investigate about senior high school English teachers. The next is the literature review. In this study, teachers' proficiency level plays an important part in technology integration in the classroom. Teachers' proficiency can be seen from the knowledge and the skills. Teachers' knowledge is about the technology is related with TPEC by Misha and Kohler in 2006. TPEC, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, is a framework about how teachers can integrate technology in teaching in the classroom. There are three main aspects of the TPEC, namely technological knowledge or TK, content knowledge or CK, and pedagogical knowledge or PK. These three main aspects also combine into each other and resulted seven aspects in the total, namely more is technological content knowledge, pedagogical content knowledge, technological pedagogical knowledge, and the main aspect is technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. On the other hand, teacher skills in technology integration also relates with Bloom's digital taxonomy by Andrew Churches in 2008. Bloom's digital taxonomy is a framework of six hierarchy level of thinking order skills from lower to high. Bloom's digital taxonomy aspects are six, namely remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Each aspect of the Bloom's digital taxonomy contains with the verb domain and also the technological teaching media that can be used by the teachers. Moreover, teachers' proficiency level is one of the things that can be assessed in study. However, teachers are also found reluctant to be assessed, which leads the researchers to assess with Bloom's digital taxonomy-based assessment as an indirect testing. So the researchers can use the interview, observation, of document analysis, and questionnaire in assess the teacher. The next is research method. The research design of this study used the mixed method, which apply the exploratory sequential research design. Exploratory sequential research design is a research design that use the qualitative data as the main phase and then support by the quantitative data. For the qualitative data will be gathered through interview, observation, and document analysis. Meanwhile, the quantitative data will be gathered through questionnaire. The next is about the research setting and subjects. This study used a multi-stage sampling, which the first one is for the stratified sampling. In the stratified sampling, the researcher chose one of the city in Bali, namely Denpasar, and divided it into north, east, south, and west. And after that, the researcher took the north part of Denpasar. While after that, the researcher applied the cluster random sampling by using Lotre and resulted three number of senior high schools in North Denpasar, namely SMA Negeri 8 Denpasar, SMA Negeri 7 Denpasar, and SMA Harapan Nusantara. From those senior high schools, that the one who will be the subject is the English teachers. And for the research subject, for the the research subject which will be investigate in this study from the qualitative for the qualitative data, the teachers of the English teachers of those senior high schools will be categorizing into two criteria, namely over and under 5 years experience. And for the qualitative data, it will be gathered by choosing one for each criteria, namely one for the teachers who experience under 5 years, and then one teacher's experience over 5 years. Meanwhile, for the quantitative phase or data, all of the teachers, all of the English teachers in those schools will be used as the research subject as the as fill up the questionnaire. And then the next one is the data collection method. The first one is the qualitative data. In qualitative data, the first one, we will use the in-depth interview with semi-structured model. Will analyze the teacher's proficiency factors in integrating technology into instructions based on Bloom's digital taxonomy. The next one is use the participate observation. It will gain more in-depth overview about what teachers have done in the interview session. Meanwhile, the next one is document analysis. It is to see the suitability of teaching module with the technology occur. And then the next is data collection method of quantitative data. It will be used a closed-ended questionnaire. It is for to examine in which level of BDT or Bloom's digital taxonomy the teachers are. So it means that the teachers in the level 1, 2, or 3, and 4, 5, or 6. The next is the data analysis techniques. The first one is for the qualitative data. For the qualitative data, the researcher used the data analysis techniques from Miles et al. In 2014. The first one is data collection. After the data collection, the data will be go through the data display, which the data will be displayed into the diagram, table, diagram or table, and then the data also will be go through the data condensation, which will be simplified by the researcher. And after that, the last step is drawing conclusion and verifying the data. Meanwhile, for the quantitative data, the researcher will use the descriptive statistical analysis, which conducted by the average of the data and also gain the index level in the form of number. Alright, so that's all about my research proposal. I do apologize if there's any mistakes in my presentation. If you have any question, please please type your question in the comment sections below. Thank you very much, and Om Santi 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 Om.